Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO 2 edition. This is Gnomadan here. Say hello to everyone, Gnomadan. Good boy. We are here in Stattle. We had finished up the foul waters, all the stuff with Gar and the poisoned well there, and brought water back from over there where one of the river women were, the river daughters, and got the well unpoisoned and safe for the people of Stattle here to drink again. So we've got a couple of things. We are going to head in. We got a lot of quests to go into the Midgewater Marshes over there, but we're going to take care of the one here, the Destination Breeland first, where we have to go in and talk to Second Watcher Heathstraw. And I believe he is just south of the Market Square. I think if we go through the town square here, where the main town hall is, if we head north of there and head up toward the town square, I believe he is standing on a porch just across from where the crafting guild is, where the crafting facilities are. So we're going to stop by and talk to him, and then I think we may be heading north of town and go talk to, Watcher Greenbrier. I believe that's his name. The one that's just up north of town, standing outside of the cabin there. Yep, Trader's Gate. There is the crafting hall to our right, and that should be Second Watcher Heathstraw right across to our left. There he is. Okay. Let's see here.
Greetings.
Let's take a look at that again. It's been a little while since we played. You are well on your way to becoming a hero of Middle-earth. It is time to head for Bree. Okay. So it must have been one of those that just happened to pop up. I think it was. Just happened to pop up, and because we had leveled up to the point where we were. So, well met, traveler. Your help is needed in Bree Town. We should speak more on the matter. Indeed. And that was it. That was completing it. Okay, well, in that case, we will go on up north now and see about going and finding Greenbrier, I believe his name is. So we'll head out the north gate and see what he has to say. I know we've got the dwarf up there that gets started with the quest. Y'all remember, don't think it was that long ago, sometime in the last 5 or 6 months, that Gnarlo was up there running those quests for them. So we should be able to tear through those right quick. Has to do with Thornley's farm and the guy, the I can't remember his name, but the blacksmith down there who stole one of the dwarf swords to save his daughter's life, and a whole bunch of stuff like that. But we'll go and talk to Greenbrier first. I don't think we'll be kicking off on those particular set of quests yet, because we want to get the ones done over there in... Have to get the ones done over there in the Midgewater Marshes. Hope everyone has been having a good one. I know I have. It has been a nice time. I enjoyed the Farmers Fest. It's good to get back. Just like I said with Gnarlo a few days ago, whenever I was putting an episode of her up, and when I got the Gnarlo episode up, it's good to get back on the main story and the main quest lines again. I do enjoy most of the festivals. I won't say I enjoy all of them. The Spring Fest is still one that I just haven't quite got the Who are we fighting? Some splinter tusks. Alrighty. Bears and splinter tusks there. Alright. Strange place to be fighting them, but let's talk to Chief Watcher Greenbrier, and let's pull up the No Time for Tours.
What can I do for you?
Let's pull up the quest dialogue for that. wonder who we got this from. Can't remember who gave us this, but you have the look of an adventurer about you, friend. If that be so, the people of Breland have need of your strength and your cunning, your wit and your wisdom. There was a time I would send you to the mayor of Bree, the better for you to become acclimated to our town. But that time is past. Too many dangers press in upon us for you to spend your time chatting with town officials. Too many villains threaten the good folk of Breland for you to tour the city. Already I've used up too much of your time in conversation when you could be helping good people who need the assistance. If there is one man who knows everything that happens in Breland, that man is surely Barlaman Butterbur, proprietor of the Prancing Pony. He hears all that goes on. The real test will be sifting through his speech for what needs doing first. But I'm sure you will be up to the challenge. Find him inside the pony, stop on the hill on the northeast side of Bree. He will tell you where you might start helping the people of Breland, and we will be all the better for your services. So the town of Bree, we went to the Prancing Pony. Guard at the gate of Bree told you to speak with Barlaman Butterbur. We did that. Adso Haybank can be found on his camp on the thing. Celadine Brandybuck. I guess Barlaman Butterbur must have sent us to talk to Chief Watcher Grimbrier. That must be where he said we needed to go first. I am short of officers, newcomer. If you are here to aid me in the fight against the outlaws in the Breefields, I welcome you without reservation. My friend Lofar might have need for you as well. So talk to Chief Wire Grimbrier at his college by the north, and talk to Kellandine Brandybuck in Buckland. So we got to talk to her as well, huh? Okay.
Could I speak with you a moment?
What level are yours? Yours are level 14, so good. Okay, that is one we can grab as well. And let's see if any of the others here. All y'all 14 as well?
Will you stop and hear my accursed tale?
They are a dwarf-made blade. Like I said, we just did these just recently. Oh, I forgot to read the dialogue for the other one, didn't I? I have to read it too. Haven't had to talk dwarvish in a while, so let me get a sip of my coffee first. And let's see how my throat's going to hold up to this.
Hail, good fellow. I was wondering if you could help me with a bit of a problem. It seems that no sooner did I set my latest blade out to cool than someone stole it. I didn't see who made off with the sword, but I suspect it was one of those man-smiths working out at Thornley's. Their craft is nothing like dwarf craft, and likely their jealousy of my workmanship moved one of them to steal my blade. If I were to ask them about my blade, they would just ignore me. You, though, by the look of it, are a great warrior. If you were to ask them about my blade, they'd be honest with you. How about it? Can you find my stolen blade?
So talk to the Smiths of Bree. We can do that. Oh, I should have read your dialogue while we were at it. What was it? Sharky's Men. My job is to guard Bree. I don't have the men to waste patrolling the countryside, but of late I've had reports of brigand raids near and around the town, so I moved to this location to keep closer watch. I need someone to look into these rumors, and I've coined a spare for anyone willing to help. There have always been a few outlaws in the hills and dales north of town, but it seems like recently they've grown both more numerous and more bold. If you can find out what's going on, it would be appreciated. Careful, though. Once those outlaws would be any armed men, but now they are more prone to attack without warning, would flee any armed men. The farm across the road seems to be overrun by the brigands. You could start your investigations there. Okay, and that's what we shall do. But first, let's go talk to Kellandine Brandybuck. And Miss Kellandine, we have been over the road to Buckland many a time now, back and forth along the Great East Road. Now, y'all know we're going to head down here to the Great East and follow it all the way past Adzo's and all the way over here to Buckland. So we will take care of that now and have us just a nice little run along the way. See if there's anything in Buckland we want to pick up while we're there. I don't know if we will. There's a whole bunch of quests there in the Old Forest, of course, that take you into the Old Forest. But once again, we completed all those just recently. And by recently in this series, I do mean within the last year. Oh, when you got something that's been going on for 12 years now, recently takes on a whole different... 12 years across 4 different characters, recently takes on a whole different meaning. So we have done those just recently, just like, you know, I don't think we will be heading into... we probably won't be grinding all of the Barrow Down quest either, I can't say. Or if we do them, we may do them off camera. We'll just have to see how it goes, because once again, we just recently, that was the last zone that we really finished up on Gnarlo, so it is still within just... within living memory here. You'll remember us going into the southern Barrow Downs and killing Huorns and crawlers and bears down there before we headed on to up the east road to help out Saradan. Oh, that reminds me, that'll be the next thing I do with her, too, is I need to get her on, and I need to start grinding some deeds, because we want to get the deeds knocked out. I have to go and take a look and see which ones we have that need to be done. I think we've got some in the Old Forest. She went through the Old Forest stuff. I think we've still got the Old Forest to do. Now, have we been out here to this stable, Master? We have indeed. Okay, so that makes me think... perhaps, yeah, we've even got a quest with Adzo there, don't we? Okay, I'm gonna head on past all this. We're gonna go past the Brigand Hills right up there to our right, which we will eventually get to, along with that whole quest with getting the Dwarf Blade back. It will, of course, lead us up there where the Brigand Chieftain is, and into a big old fight that I remember we just barely managed to pull off with help of either Bobo or Stax on Narwhal. She got defeated right at the end of it, but we managed to kill the Brigand leader just before she got defeated. So we got credit for the thing. Oh, it wasn't that actually. That wasn't what defeated us. We actually defeated the Brigand leader and all. Then it turned into an escort mission. Remember, the daughter was like, help me get out of this camp. And of course, being an escort mission, she immediately ran into every single brigand she could possibly find. And she managed, whenever we were getting defeated that last time, she managed we managed to get her to the point where she had gotten far enough where she said, I can make the rest of the way on my own, just before we finish getting defeated. So that's how that one worked out. I said it was a short enough time ago that I remember how it went. Plus the fact that that was the 3rd character I've done that particular quest on also helps me to remember how it went. But that is neither here nor there. The Old Forest, you can see the trees. The Old Forest looming there to our left, looming there to our south. Such a wonderful place. Still love it. Still do enjoy it. So we'll see. I may be going back into that area soon. Might not. I have to see how I think about that one. I said the whole point of the SLOTRO and the SLOTRO 2, and whenever I get the SLOTRO as well, which will be the one with taking on the Hobbit, a Hobbit character, so we can go through the Shire quest, and then when we take on a Bjorning character, so we can do the Bjorning starting instance, which is the only one of the starting instances I've never done. So I'm thinking I'll be starting that one soon. That'll be the next one I start, to go through the Bjorning stuff. Once, the whole point is to get through and to do all the quests, but not necessarily on one character. We got Gnomadan here, which we're going through. We went through all the quest for the human starting instance, and then we're doing all the Bree, and then we're going into the Lone Lands, and of course we had Narwhal, where we did the well, this was the human and the elf starting over in Archet. Don't you love all the fireflies and the bugs flying around here? And then we had Narwane, who did all the starting instance for you got a gray level quest.
Stay a moment.
Join the Bounders, which is be one of those that we do whenever we do the starting instance in the Shire. But we had Narwane, who did the starting instance for the elves and the dwarves over there at Thorin's Hall. And she's going to be heading in and doing the North Downs branch of the quests. Although there is some overlap for both of those, both Lone Lands and the North Downs, of course, as we've said, overlap quite a bit with the Epic Quest. The Epic Quest takes you to both, but we aren't going to be doing the other zone quest. We won't be doing the terrain, the open landscape quests that pop up, and we won't be doing all the zone quests that you come across. For instance, if there were people, the people that stand right over there, just the other side of the stables that have all the quests for you to go into the old forest. We've done those already with Narwane, so we won't be doing it on Gnomadan, because my point in all this isn't to do all the quests on one single character, but to do all the quests, to have them all done, and to do them at level, so that you see what they're like at level. That's something that hasn't been done on Gnarlo, because he's been following the Epic and all, and it levels you up so quick that usually stuff has been either gray or green at most whenever he gets around to doing the quests. Here we are at Brandy Hall, the home of the Brandy Bucks, and we are looking for... Oh, that's right, she's not here anymore. Dang it! She used to stand before and they got a whole bunch of new flower gardens and stuff here too. But there used to be a bench over here that she stood right next to, right here at Brandy Hall. There's Saradoc Brandybuck, and that is that Pippin's? Peregrine? Not Peregrine, Meriadoc. Meriadoc. I think that's his father, if I remember right. Because, the Master of Buckland, of Brandy Hall here. Meriadoc, Mary eventually becomes the Master of Brandy Hall. And I believe Saradoc there is his father. I believe he's the father of Meriadoc, Mary Brandybuck. Just like the Thane over there, when we've been in Tookland, the Thane is the father of Peregrine, of Pippin. That's right. She is right up here at the door now. She used to be there, but she's right up here at the gate, so you don't even have to walk this far into Buckland any longer. And we've also had that discussion there about why Sam is my favorite character. You've got Frodo, who since Bilbo left, since he was the heir of Bilbo, he was pretty much the richest single person in the Shire. I guess he would be the most eligible bachelor, as it were, most eligible confirmed bachelor there in the Shire. And so he was a trust fund baby. And then you had Mary, who was the heir to Brandy Hall, and you got Peregrine, who's the heir to the Thane. And you had Sam, who was just a good old poor gardener. So that was why it was so wonderful to see Sam make it good and to get rich. And if y'all remember, he got so much honor when he came back and all. He ended up being the mayor. He was the poor kid that made it good, because he came back after the War of the Ring and he became the mayor of the Shire, and I think he was voted mayor 6 times, I think it was. And in fact, he would have, if he hadn't have just decided that he didn't want to be mayor anymore, they would have been glad to elect him many, many more times, because he was the best mayor ever. He was the one that, remember, he went around with Galadriel's, the little box of soil from Galadriel's garden and the Malorn tree, and he basically was responsible for fixing the Shire from all the damage that all the damage that Sharky, that Saruman, had done to it, cutting down the trees and digging everything up. And that's why he was so popular. So here we are, no time for tours.
How do you do?
Hello, hello. You've come all the way from Barlaam Butterbur. He is a sweet dear to think of us hobbits, so far away as he is. He must have heard about the troubling goings-on in the old forest, I imagine. If you're willing to help on that score, there will be plenty to do. So there's where we have to go back to talking with Barlaam again. So I'm going to go down here. We're going to grab this stable. And then we will go talk to Barlaam. Let's see. Let's take this road. This should take us through Crick Hollow here. Part of the Buck Hall. There's Crick Hollow right over there, which is the house that Frodo bought. I'm wanting to think, what did he do with it? Because he bought Crick Hollow. He bought the Hobbit hole over there behind that hedge. I think he must have. I'm wondering if he gave it to Fatty Bolger. That would have been a nice thing to do, because after all, when he got back, Lobelia gave him back Bag Inn. She moved back to Sackville to live with her relatives after the whole thing with Sharky and all, and gave the Bag Inn back to Frodo. So I'd like to think that Frodo gave that to Fatty Bolger. That would have been a nice thing to do. We are going to get us a ride to West Bree, and I will see y'all again whenever we get back there, and when we get back up the hill to the Prancing Pony. So we will see y'all again very shortly here. I have returned to the pony. We're going to go inside, talk to Barlaam once more, since he's had no time for tours. Amazing, though, that we may not have a time for tour around the town, but man, we had plenty of time to travel from one end of Breland to the other.
One thing drives out another.
You have returned with stories to tell, I imagine. I look forward to hearing them. I am a bit busy right now, I'm sure you understand. If the pony is to keep running, you know I must run right along with her. Oh, I'm sure the folk of Breland are grateful for your help, friend. Your good name will be spreading even now, your reputation in these parts growing by the minute. You are welcome in Breland and in the pony whenever you desire to visit. Good job and good day to you. Oh, damn, sorry. Woo. Every now and then doing some of these voices of some of these folks just rip my throat up. All right, folks, that's where we're going to end it, right here at the pony standing next to Barlaam Butterbur. We will see y'all next time. Let me cut that off. Yeah, that didn't help very much, did it? We're still in the shadow. There we go. That's a little better. So that's where we're going to stop. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Said it's been nice to be back on Gnomadan and them and running around and doing the quest once more. So I got another night of work tomorrow, but then I'm off for 6 days, and I'm planning on getting at least one more episode of all 3 of these up. Maybe 2, we'll see. I've got a lot of stuff vying and fighting for my time right now, but we'll see what we can do. So there you go. We thank you for coming along. Gnomadan thanks you as well. So have yourselves a good one, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.